Well, ActionSA is now considering legal action against the Independent Electoral Commission around draft ballot papers for wards in Gauteng that only contain the logo of ActionSA and not its name or its abbreviation or its acronym. But the story gets a bit more complicated than that. Let's get the view then of IEC Chief Electoral Officer. It's always a pleasure, Mr. Mamabolo, and good to have you with us. So the political party ActionSA saying that you got this wrong. Is that true?
No, certainly not. We didn't get this wrong. Here's the scheme. The law allows the Commission to design the ballot paper. Now, since the advent of democracy in the country, the Commission has determined a scheme that uses the party identifiers as registered with the Commission, i.e. the party logo, where appropriate, the name of the party and its acronym. In respect of the ballot paper, the scheme involves the name of the candidate, whether party candidate or independent candidate, the logo of the party, and the acronym of the party. Be mindful that there's a limitation in terms of the size of the ballot. We're working on 220 centimeters of width on a ballot paper. So you can't put the whole name on a word ballot paper, hence the acronym. Now, ActionSA elected not to register an acronym. Other parties have registered acronyms, and we use those for purposes of the word ballot. And this is not an arbitrary decision. It is intended to ensure that we fit everything within the constraints of the size of the ballot, as well as using identifiers as submitted by the party. The Commission
ActionSA is arguing, Mr. Mamabolo, forgive me, I understand what you're saying. I just want to put forward what ActionSA has said about this, that the Human Sciences Research Council, the HSRC, saying that the acronym is also one of the most important identifiers. Is there nothing that can be done to try and get the acronym on there? I mean, it is 8 characters. It can just about fit, or is it simply because logistically it's too late to change it now, even if you wanted to?
No, look, they're right. That's the conclusion of the study. But here we're dealing with a party that elected not to register an acronym. And there is a legislated and regulated procedure for amending party identifiers in the party register. So one cannot act in an arbitrary manner, in an ad hoc manner. I think the more constructive approach really would have been for the party concerned to appeal the matter to the Commission and say, we're having exceptional circumstances, here's our case, rather than blame the Commission for a decision that is clear that upon application, they preferred not to register an acronym. Yeah.
I do understand. I understand, Mr. Mamabolo. I really do. So in the last moments I have with you, is there anything that we can do to get the IEC and ActionSA in the same room? Could you talk about this? Could you find some compromise in this? Last question to you.
Well, the IEC is always willing to engage with all parties, including ActionSA, because we've got to do it for the advancement of electoral democracy in the country. And we remain open for that possibility within, obviously, the parameters of the law.
Well, I appreciate your time in speaking to us. No doubt ActionSA and Herman Mashaba listening to our conversation. I appreciate your time, IEC's Mamabolo, joining us next year on the South African Morning from 8 o'clock this morning.